Hi, good morning everyone. We are back with another Impact Salesforce Saturday session. Today we have Rohit with us and this session is on deployment using Gearest in Salesforce. Rohit is a 5x Salesforce certified technical consultant and proficient blogger at Salesforce Hunt. Hi, this is Pevin Goli. I am Salesforce certified admin and developer and working in TCS and also one of star volunteer of New Delhi Salesforce developer group. These are the social media handles and hashtag of Impact Salesforce Saturday session. You can also join New Delhi Salesforce developer group in Trailblazer community so that you can get all updates about the upcoming sessions. Impact Salesforce Saturday session. This is our virtual session organized by New Delhi Salesforce developer group. As I said before, you can also find past and upcoming sessions in the New Delhi Salesforce developer group website, and also you can register from our official website so that you can get daily updates. Talent Central is again an initiative which is taken up by the New Delhi Salesforce developer group. It is same as Naukri and Indeed. It acts as bridge in between Salesforce aspiring students who are looking for job opportunities and companies. These are the success stories of Talent Central. Recently, New Delhi Salesforce developer group started new initiative Let's Implement. Here they are connecting the mentors and mentees along with the mentorship. They will also get the hands-on experience which will be guided under the mentors. So this is also a great opportunity. These are the top contributors to New Delhi Salesforce Developer Group. They are very active in contributing to the group. Thank you so much for contributing, guys. These are the New Delhi Salesforce Developer Group social media handles. You can follow the official channels and get updates every day. Thanks to our sponsor Cloud Vandana. And thank you so much guys for joining today's session. I hope you all have great session and thank you. Over to Rohit.
Okay, so thanks Paveen and thanks all of you so joining me. So let's get started without any further delay because it's almost 11:06. Okay, so give me a moment and let me share my screen. So please confirm anyone, can you see my screen?
Yeah, now we can see.
Okay, fine, great. So let's get started without any further delay. So here you can see like today topic is deployment using Gearset. Okay, so presented by myself, Rohit Kumar. So let me introduce myself first of all. Okay, so here my name is Rohit Kumar. I'm a Salesforce developer at Perficient. I'm a community speaker. I have 4x Salesforce certification and 1x Copilot certified DevOps engineer. And I'm a speaker, blogger, and all about the Salesforce. And I am a YouTuber and blogger. So you can follow me on the social media handles like Salesforce, and this is my YouTube channel. Sorry. So here you can see this is my YouTube channel, and you can follow me on this Facebook page that is called Salesforce Hunt again. And here you can see my website, salesforcehunt.online, and this is my LinkedIn profile. So you can follow me in these all channels, social media. Okay, so I have some housekeeping rule. So please follow that rules, like mute your mic, keep adding question in chat window, and question will be answered in the last 10 minutes of the session. Okay, so please mute the mic if anyone don't do this, so please do that. Okay, so here you can see like today agenda. Okay, so first of all I will tell you all the things regarding Gearset. Okay, so this is the most important native DevOps tool under the Salesforce. We have lots of tools, but let me show you these all things related to the Gearset as well, some DevOps tool under the Salesforce. Okay, so introduction about Gearset. what can I do with GearSet, who uses GearSet, and how can I get started with GearSet. And we have some solution how to work on that. And finally, you can see the demo with practical how to deploy metadata from one org to another org with the help of GearSet. Like you can treat one is org as a sandbox, another org as a target org, that is called production, right? So I will show you with practically these all things. So here, introduction to GearSet. So GearSet is the modern DevOps tool in the Salesforce. Okay, so we have lots of tools like that. Let's say AutoRabbit, GearSet, and Copado. These are very most important tools nowadays, and most of the company are using. Most of the companies use these the tools related to the deployment status and deployment strategy, different level. Okay, and we help team compare, move, and track changes between the Salesforce environment faster and more easily and then ever before. So without like you know very well, like in traditional deployment, if you want to create any package like managed or unmanaged package or different types of tool like chain set or end migration tool, you know very well. Okay, so this is some traditional jobs or traditional tools. If you want to deploy like CI/CD job, you cannot perform with the help of that tools, right? But in modern tools like this one, GearSet, as well Copado and AutoRabbit, so you can use like CI/CD, continuous integration and continuous delivery. Okay, so with the help of these all tools, we can perform this CI/CD job. Okay, so quickly build deployment packages to get org in sync. So suppose you have sandbox and you have deploy like production environment, right? And if you want to check and if you want to differentiate between the two orgs, like metadata, what changes we have already done like in sandbox and what changes I get into the production, so you can comparison each and every metadata. Okay, so without any delay or without any problem, you can check each and everything. Okay, so this is the one of the best tool under the Salesforce. Okay, so this is not a free tool, but you can try like as a 30 days. I will show you how to create the account and all the things. Okay, so it's a 30 days trial version. So if you want to share or if you want to learn in your company these all tools, so you can purchase based on your company size or company requirement, right? So this is a quick introduction about the GearSet. Now let me show you the deployment process. Okay, please be focused. This is a very most important, right? So here, let me show you here. So here you can see like developer sandbox, right? We have different types of sandbox, right? Let's say developer pro, partial copy, full copy, sandbox, right? So this is the development process. Like development sandbox, we have this type of developer, like developer 1, developer 2, developer 3, and we have developer pro sandbox. Under this sandbox, we have like quality assurance QA stages. Okay, if you develop something, so you can move your metadata into the next level, that is called QA. This is the real-time example in our org, or we can say that any company can be follow these steps, right? So you can see you can follow this step and you can work like CI/CD or some deployment teams or deployment process, right? So developer can be deploy our code into the next level stage, that is called QA. And this developer pro sandbox can be moved into the next stage, that is called user acceptance testing, that is called UAT. And this is the partial copy sandbox. Under the partial copy sandbox, we can perform this UAT things, right? Finally, you can select full copy set testing. So this is the staging. Before production, you can see this is the staging, right? So this is the full copy sandbox. We can perform like staging things. And you can see like production instance, and you can see production here. Finally, you can see. So this is the development process or deployment process, like metadata one org to another org in real time. Okay, every company follow this agile process and all the things, right? So this is the one of the best example in real time. So here you can see like types of org. So under the GearSet, we have lots of things, right? So one of the things here, you can see like link your source Salesforce org. So first of all, we have to require that is called source org, right? And another things that is called target org. Between these two org, you can deploy your metadata with the help of some customization or maybe some configuration. I will show you. Okay, so here you can see this is the first stage, that is called source org, right? So first of all, you have to link your source org as a sandbox in this first stage. Finally, you can see you can comparison your org like source org and target org. If any changes is happen in between org, so you can comparison. Okay, and finally you can see the sync up. Start comparing your metadata. So you can compare your metadata. Let's say this org that is called source org having 58 metadata for now, right? And after that you can see target or also having some metadata that is called 58. So no changes between these two org, right? Because no changes required here. That's why it's showing like source org and target org. Okay, so let me edit these here. Admit these pupils waiting for the joining. Okay, so like source org and target org. So we have to need two org, that is called source org and target org. Source as a treated like sandbox and target as a production. Please keep in your mind these all things, right? So here, this is the top introduction about the orgs, like how many types of org we have under the gear chat. So you can see this one, right? So let me move here, like org compare. So once you get these like sandbox or production to like source org or target org, so first of all you have to made a connection between these two org, right? I will show you. This is one of the example in my org, let's say sandbox org and production org. And finally you can see like review and compare, right? So org comparison summary, you can see here, this is the source org, right? This one, and this is the target org. Under this sandbox, this is my username of this source org, and this is my target org that is called production here. And it's automatic compare, let's say metadata. Here you can see like 852 metadata item found to compare. So same thing you can see here in second org that is called target, like 852 metadata item found compare. So no difference between these two org, right? So this is the comparison between two orgs. So how to comparison? I will show you with practical. Okay, first of all, let me finish this slide, all the things, then we will see the practically example. Okay, so here, what can I do with gear set? Okay, so we can do different things with the help of gear set. So some of the things or some of the points I already highlighted here. So here you can see repeatedly compare environments to see the differences, right? And integrate version control in your development processes. Set up your advanced deployment automation. So you can set up your advanced deployment automation, means CI/CD job, and you can perform schedule job or maybe continuous integration, continuous deployment based on your need and source control system like GitHub or Bitbucket or GitLab, something like that. So based on your need, so you can do that. Okay, and track changes between the environment with detailed changes report. So if you changes something one org to another org, if you want to deploy these all metadata, so it's the automatic send an email in your particular email ID with a PDF file. So this PDF file related all the metadata in your org from this source to like target org, right? So you can track each and everything under these reports. So adopt Salesforce DX without the command line. So it's also adopt or it's also accept SFDX, Salesforce Developer Experience Group. Okay, so this is SFDX that is called. Okay, reduce risks with rollback and metadata backups. So it's also having this rollback processes. If you want to suppose that you I already created one custom object or custom field or maybe like some Apex class, and in the sandbox I want to deploy this metadata into my target org. Okay, so you can deploy, right? This is the process. Then finally if you want to feeling like if you want you feeling like this org or this metadata is not suitable for my org, or this is the unwanted things, so you can roll back. So how to roll back? So again, it's generate the snapshot of particular things or particular deployment, and you can roll back here. And also you can back up your metadata. So it's automatic send an email, your unit testing or continuous integration, continuous deployment in every day. So, okay, based on your requirements, so you can set up. So every day within 24 hours, it's automatic run your unit test and send an email in your particular email ID. Okay, so improve team collaboration and reduce code conflicts. So suppose that you have lots of teams member in your companies, like let's say team A, team B, team C, right? Team A have some members like 5, or team B have some members like 3 or maybe 10, right? Also team C having some members, something like that. So this is the team collaboration. Okay, so between all the teams you can collaborate and reduce the code conflict. Means suppose I am working with one of the Apex class that is called trigger handler factory class. Okay, you can also work this trigger handler factory class at a time. So within same time, if you want to do changes in particular file, so definitely it's maybe happen the conflict. It will be happen a conflict definitely, because of two developers work in a same file at a time. So it's throwing or it's showing me like some conflicts. So that's why it's automatic merge your code, and it's showing like this metadata backups and reduce the code conflicts, right? So move data records between the productions or and sandboxes. So you can move your data records. Suppose you have already created some records under the account, like standard object or as object related to the Salesforce. So under the account, contact, opportunity, cache, solution, these all standard object, or maybe like any custom object as you want, like employee or maybe like student or teacher, something like that. So based on these object, right, you can move your data as well. Okay, so this functionality also provided by this GearSet, okay, tool. So that is the one thing, and we can do these all points under the GearSet. Okay, so here, like who uses GearSet? So anyone can use this GearSet. Let's say like Salesforce admin can be use this GearSet because it's a point and click tool. No need worry about a single line of code or no script needed. Okay, you can just click and point, and this is a declarative things. All the you know very well in Salesforce we have declarative tools, automation tool, point and click tool, right? Workflow automations like process builder, flows, and work approval process. These 4 types are related to the automation tool. Same thing we can apply something like to deploy metadata from one org to another org, like some point and click tool. Some configuration is there, right? No need worry about any prerequisite, any Java, .NET, PHP, C, C++. No need worry about. Okay, because it's not development, it's a deployment. Okay, so development and deployment both are different. Okay, so here it can be used by Salesforce developers, release managers, and technical architects. Can we use this GearSet, and consultants and implement the partners. So if you have some like Salesforce partner or maybe any company partners or some consultant in your company, can we use this GearSet? Okay, no need worry about like this non-technical person cannot use this GearSet. Okay, so no, this is not hardcore rule. Anyone can use this because you have to, or you should be you should have some knowledge related to the some deployment metadata process, like some understanding of the XML file, because all the metadata comes under the XML format. Okay, that's why it's a key value pair, or maybe we can say that it's a same look like as a HTML file, right? Like it's a tag based or it's strictly language. Okay, so here you can see like how can I get started this GearSet. So see how to start your free 30 days trial here. So I have link, so let me show you here. Let me open my Google here. Okay, so just click here and you can see here, right? So this is the GearSet official website, like www.gearset.com, and you can see all the things regarding my GearSet solution, customers, and resources. And now you can see like start your free trial. So once you click this start free trial, it's showing me only 30 days free trial version. So if you have already account, so you can just click on this login button and you can take this benefit here, right? So this is the another things for you. And this is the standard Salesforce native dev tools here. Okay, it's a state wise. You can see if you want to learn something here, like the state of the Salesforce DevOps survey 2022. Here you can see. Okay, so you can give a survey regarding some Amazon voucher you can get from here as well, right? So you can get this trial version from this particular website that is called www.gearset.com. Okay, so solution here. So we have lots of solution under this Gearset. So what is the solution here? So we can compare and deploy. So under the compare and deploy, you can see like metadata deployments. So quickly compare metadata between the orgs. So suppose you can comparison your org like source to target, like sandbox to production, right? So you can comparison with the help of some metadata deployment process. So you can take the metadata backups as well. So we can integrate like CI job, continuous integration CI job. Okay. If you have some changes, so you can change the monitoring and we can monitor each and every org. We can perform unit testing. Okay, so it's also having some code refactoring things. Let's say Apex PMD tool, you know very well, it's a static code analyzer. Okay, so we can take this benefit from here as well. It's also integrate like SFDX integration. It's a power of SFDX without CLI. Data and compliance. So we can deploy the data. Okay, because any tool before the this Gearset, we did not deploy any records into the production environment. Okay, you know very well. If you have some test data under the Salesforce, right, and in Sandbox, and if you want to deploy this test data into the production or UAT or staging, so you cannot deploy. But this facility in Gearset we have. Okay, we can deploy this metadata. But traditional tools like ChainSet or Ent migration tool or N management package or there are so many things available here. Okay, so based on your needs, so you can take it, and we can take the backup of the like backup of the restore your data. If you have some data, so you can take the backup as well. So here, let me click the next slide, and it's time to do some demo with practical. Okay, so how to perform the demo? Let's get started again here. So let me open my Google Chrome, and here you can see I just already created like 2 org. You can see here, this is a Sandbox URL, this one, for example, because Sandbox URL always comes like test.salesforce.com, you know very well, right? But for now I'm using production. Both are production environment because you know Sandbox is not free edition, so that's why I'm using both org as a production. So let's say I'm taking this like Sandbox URL. This is the our Sandbox org, and this is the production org, right? So you know production URL like login. Okay, login.salesforce.com, right? So this is my Sandbox URL. For example, this is a source org and this is the target org. Please focus on that, right? So based on this org, we can perform all the operation here to here, right? So suppose I want to change something in this org, and this I want to change this org like some metadata, and I want to deploy some metadata into this target org, that is called this production. So how to deploy? So we have third-party tools or third native DevOps tool here that is called Gearset. So with the help of Gearset, we can perform here, right? So how to do that? So let me show you these all things here from the scratch, right? So here you can see this Gearset. If you have already account and if you have already created like start free trial here, so just you can click this button and you can start your trial version. I already created accounts under the Gearset. Just click on the login button here. First of all, once you log in here, so it's asking me like welcome back, login into your Gearset account. So we have 4 options here, like login options, like login into your Gearset account. We have some production and development, Sandbox, Google, and LinkedIn. Okay, so you can log in based on your need here. Okay, so I already created like some production environment. So that's why I'm clicking this button. Okay, so just click this production and here, and it's asking me like, please enter and please which username you want to log in here. So this is my sandbox username. So just click here and now enter my password here. Let's say this one and log in. And once you logged in into the sandbox, so it's showing me like some authorization failed. Let me check again. Give me a second. Okay, just a second, guys. Okay, log in. Okay, let me check again here. And let's say, okay, an expected encounter during this approval. Auth approval generate. Okay, no problem. Okay, so first of all, let me click this login. Let's say gearset.com here, right? And click start free trial. You can click this one as well. Okay, so you can create your free trial version, like completely free 30 days trial version. So just click this USA, and I have account that is called production here. So let me click this one Salesforce account and let me log in this sandbox here, and need to be verify or authorize this sandbox first of all. So here you can see it already exists. Continue with this account. So just click this here. Now you can see I successfully logged in into the Gearset. So how to check my Gearset is working for me or not? So here you can see in the bottom, you can see like logged in as a sandbox. This URL, please focus this one. That is called my sandbox. Okay, that is a source org, right? So how to comparison our metadata from one org to another org? Let me log in first of all the sandbox, right? So let me log in here. This is the source org. For example, Parvar, I am using these two production environment. That is a lifetime full developer account. Okay, so let me log in this one here and click this one here. So I successfully logged in into the source org that is called sandbox, for example here, right? Let me log in with the production as well. So login.salesforce, and now this is my production, or I already created these two accounts. If you don't know how to create that, because most of the people know these things, right? So you can go this website that is called developer.salesforce.com, and once you go this website, so you can sign up in like free lifetime developer account. Just click this sign up button and you can create your account, right? So here let me enter my password here. This is a production org that is called target org. Okay, let me log in first here. So here I don't want to register my mobile number, so here just click this choose button. Now you can see I successfully logged in, and now you can just focus on my org title. This is the green. Just focus on that because I have lots of extension, so that's why I'm identify, because I'm visualization purpose. So I will be trust on the visualization, so that's why I created this extension or all the things. So you can see this is the green icon here, and this is the some orange icon here, right? So orange icon is related to my source org that is called sandbox. Okay, and now you can see like this green icon is related to my production that is called target org, right? So my intention is I want to change something in my sandbox that is called source org, and I want to deploy this metadata into the production with the help of Gearset. That is the things here, right? So how to perform these all things? So here in my org, please be focused. First of all, let me compare the metadata. So here you can see three options like Salesforce organization, SFDX, Scratch org. You know very well if you want to work on the LWC things, right? So you always created your Scratch org, and based on the Scratch org, you can create your component and you can deploy into the main org, right? This is the way to create Scratch org into the LWC with the help of VS Code, because there are so many ID in nowadays, so you can use anyone, because VS Code is the one of the best ID nowadays. Okay, you know very well, given by the Microsoft. Okay, so here you can select Salesforce organization, SFDX, Scratch org, and source control. So under the source control, we have lots of things like Bitbucket, GitHub, GitLab. these all things you can integrate with the help of this source version control system, right? So for now, let me click this option that is called Salesforce organization, because I have Salesforce organization. So that's why I'm choosing this here. So it's asking like Salesforce authentication. We have lots of things like my domain and government cloud, something like that, username and password. So based on your authentication, you can choose, right? For now, I'm choosing this Salesforce authentication here, right? So here you can see like filter connections. So I already logged in. That's why you can see my production and sandbox here. Before that, you cannot see these all options here. So let me select first of all, that is called sandbox, that is called source. Okay, once you select, it's checking me my organization size here automatically. Like if anything is changes or how many metadata in my org, so it's the automatic change check. Here you can see checking organization size. That's why it's checking the all the metadata under the source org. Okay, and same kind of thing you can provide, because we have two parts. Please be focused. This is the one part here to here. Please be focused. And this is the another part, right? One is a sandbox. Okay, one is a that is called production, means target, or this is the target, and this is a sandbox or source. You can see I need this metadata into the this org, like that. So how to provide these all things? We can provide, okay, with the help of this that is called gear set, or and you can select 852 metadata items found to compare. Same thing you can provide here. Let's say authenticator, and the connection is a production. Okay, so it's checking me my organization size here. You can see one process is going on. Okay, so after that you can take this benefit. Let's say if anything is changes like from here to here, so it's automatic found out here. If anything is not changed here previously, so you can check like 852 metadata items found to compare. Same thing you can see here after some time. Let me show you. Here you can see 852 metadata item found to compare. Okay, so I have successfully logged in, or I successfully authorized my org, that is called source or target or both org, right? And now you can see one button that is called compare now. So you can compare your metadata from one org to another org, or these all org, that is called source and target org. Just click this compare now. After comparing, okay, so here you can see like preparing comparison. So it's initialize your all the things. First of all, you have to focus on this source and target. Source is the sandbox, target is production, these all things, right? After that, you can see like API version winter 22. Right now spring 22 is going on, and API version is 53. It will be upgrade after a few months or few days. Okay, maybe February 1 week or February 2nd week in February. Okay, so total metadata types like 63. Now you can see source and target. So it's automatic logged in. You can see I already authorized that things. That's why you can see like successfully is a green icon here. That is checked. Now it's downloading my metadata, okay, from both org, and it's comparison each and every term here. Okay, so after some time you can see it's successfully finding all the metadata or not. It's a batch processing is going on, because you know by default batch size is 200. Okay, based on a batch size or small chunks, so you can provide these all things. It's internally behind the scene is this process is going on. Okay, so here try to understand these all things, because it's the same thing you can happen in another tool as well. Okay, so here just is fetching all the data. Here you can see like downloading metadata, caching metadata, and waiting for the source. And it's also taking some time from this fetching all the metadata. So till then wait for a few minutes or wait for a few seconds, not minutes. Okay, because it's based on your org size, like how many metadata you have in your org, or how many data you have, something like that. Okay, so based on your org size, so it's automatic find out these all things. So let's see. Okay, so wait for a few minutes, or wait for a few times. So after some time you can see like some waiting is going on here, and let's see something is happened or not. Okay, so and always remember here this is a source and target. Please be focused. Always left side, and this is the right side. In left side, always left side, we have small org that is called sandboxes, all the sandbox related things. But in the right side, we have always top things that is called production in right side. Please be focused this one, right? So after some time, let's see if anything is happened now. So it's taking some time. Okay, no worry. First time is it will be take some time because of some metadata fetching from one node to another node. That's why it's fetching all the metadata from the source, is fetching the target or metadata under this org. Okay, so till then wait. So this processing is going on. So before that, here you can see all the things like shape comparison. We will see all the things like shape comparison pairs, draft deployment, validated packages, deployment history. You can check your deployment history here, or comparison history. You can also check the comparison history, right? And we have lots of things here that is called metadata deployment. You can comparison your metadata, shape comparison pairs, draft deployments, validate packages, deployment history, comparison. Then under the automation, you can select monitoring, unit testing, continuous integration. So let me check my internet is working for me. Not, let me change another things. Okay, let's see this one. So my internet is working. Maybe it's taking some metadata times, fetching the metadata. So here you can select automation. Under the automation, you can select monitoring, unit testing, and continuous integration. Okay, so you can configure these all things as well. Like if you have some test cases in your Apex class, okay, and if you want to find out these unit testing like code coverage things, so you can find out, or you can work accordingly based on your configuration, like unit testing, monitoring, and CI job, right? So under deployment things, you can configure and deploy all the things. And data deployment history, you can check your data deployment history under this section that is called data deployments, right? We can take the backups jobs. If you have some backups from one org to another org, so you can take this backup into this backup section. And my connection, you can check my connection like Salesforce org. Here you can see I have developer org that is called this one, because I have free developer account. That's why you can see here like production, delegate access, and all the things like sandbox and production. Okay, so this is the developer org. You can add your friendly name here, so you can add it. Otherwise leave it as is. If you want to add another organization, so you can add with the help of add new organization here. Okay, and this is a source control and services. Here you can select Bitbucket, GitHub Enterprise, GitLab, Azure DevOps, okay, Jira, Asana, something like that. So based on your need, so you can see these all things, right? So this is the another things for you, right? Just click this section that is called metadata deployment and comparison deployment. Again, let me check this one. First of all, we have to need to be check this comparison from one org to another org. That's why let me click this one, and again we have to check these all things and click on this comparison. Okay, so till then you can see all the processes going on. Okay, after some time you can select it. You already know these all things, right? Now it's time to comparison. Now let me click this comparison, and now after initialize these all things, let me log in here. And now it's asking me, and it's already asked, right, like source to target here. So it's taking some time. So you can see here some processes going on. Logged in successfully and download some metadata from retrieving from your org. Okay, so till then you can see here all the processing. Now you can see some processes going on. And if you want to learn these all things, so you can learn from here. This is another booster under the gear set. Once you click this one, so it's automatic launch your reading class or something, like if you want to take some training from gear set, so you can take it. Okay, so first of all, let me fetch this all metadata, otherwise we cannot process all the things. That's why. So I'm waiting for these all things now. Okay, so it's based on your like org size, internet connection, bandwidth, all the things. Okay, so here, so let me check these all things. So till then, we can check if anything question is there in my chat or not. So you can ask me any question till now, because it's taking some time, so don't worry about it. So Parveen, have you any questions in your chat window or in my chat window, something like that?
I think by mistake you take sandbox as target or one of
Let
the
me
question
where it is, let me check again.
in chat
Let me
box.
cancel. Okay, let me cancel. So okay, great. Okay. This is my mistake, so don't worry about that. Again, you have to comparison this metadata. Let me, that's why it's taking some time. Okay, this is my fault. Okay, so thank you, Parveen, to checking these all things. Okay, so just check this sandbox here, and this is the target. So you have to check check this production org one at the salesforce.com environment, right? That's why it's taking some time. Okay, so here, let me, now is, you can see this is the sandbox and this is the product, right? Just again, you have to click this comparison, and now we will see these all things is happened or not, because that time I have some mistake. Okay, so don't worry. Okay, so let me check. So it's checking the login processes here. So once you logged in, so it's fetching all the metadata from one from like source or target or from here. Okay, so let's see it's working or not. So now you can see this time is right, or that is called source as a sandbox, target as a here. So I have one question. Yeah, I got one question from this Sai Manoj. Like we can, what is this? Let me check. Can we compare the particular component? Okay, so yeah, we can compare the particular component here. I will show you. Just I need to fetch this all metadata here. After that, I will show you these all things. Okay. So let's see. Yeah. So now here you can see last processing is going on. That is called compare metadata. And after that, you can see I just logged in and this comparison here you can see. Just focus on that. And this is the source or source URL. Okay. And this is the target URL here. And please be focused. This is the red color and this is the green color, because of we already logged in sandbox, and this is the some changes because under the sandboxes. That's why it's a red, means some changes is happened under it, or we have comparison to each and everything, because it's a XML format. So XML always work as a tag based language. Okay, we can check each and everything like line by line. Like line number 43, you can see some changes here happened under this org. This is the target, this is the source. Okay, now you can see like change item 7, new item 0, delete item 0, all item 10408. We can see all the data here, like permission set, profile, everything. You can see custom level, apex, everything. And here you can see like selected items here, right? Selected items 0 here, because I didn't select anything here. That's why you can see like as a 0. Okay, so this is the one thing for here. So let me do one thing here in my sandbox. This is my sandbox. Let me click this gear icon and click on the setup button, right? And now click on this object manager. Let me create one custom object with one field. Okay, and I will show you how to deploy this custom field and custom object from source to target, that is called sandbox to production, right? So here you can select schema builder or create. Just click this create and you can select custom object. Just click this custom object here, right? And let me add it here like demo and like demos. Okay, So don't worry about this spelling and all the things. Okay, so this is the plural name, you know very well. Okay, you can give any name as you want. For now I am taking this like demo and demos as a plural, because plural always comes under my like tab and all the things, you know very well. Okay, so just click on this save, and once you create this object here that is called demo, you can see like underscore c, you can easily understand, right? This is the custom object. So just click this field and relationship, and again I want, this is a predefined field, you know, this all 4 fields predefined. Every object, it comes under the every object as a as you know very well, like custom and standard, right? So just click in this new button, and let me create one email field here, and let me select this email and click on the new button and like email, something like that, and click on the next. So I will give all the permission related this field. So it's a field level permission, like field level security of the profile. So you know all the things. So just let me check all the visible functionality and click on the next, and now save. Okay, once you save it, so I have changed something under my source that is called sandboxes, and that is like one custom object and one email field, and it's also associated by default page layout, you know very well. Every object associate by default one page layout. Okay, so default page layout. So how to comparison this? Or again you have to click this and that is called metadata deployment. Again you have to click this compare and deployment. Again you have to check this one. Let's say this is the source, like sandbox, and again you have to do same thing here, like let's say production, that is called target on. Again it's checking like all the metadata found here or not. Okay, so again it's checking now. Okay, so now it's a metadata found out like 852, something like that. Again you have to click this comparison. Okay, once you click this comparison, so it's asking, and it's also checking all the things here from the my source that is called sandbox, and this is the target. So it's taking some time because of some login. Then it will be fetch some metadata from the org, and some caching metadata, compare metadata. After that we will see these all things, right? So I already changed, and I already created one custom object in my org in sandbox that is called demo, and one field email. So we will see these all things. It is changed in particular org or not. Okay, so we will see these things after some time. So it's checking the all things here. So once it's successfully done all the processing, so you can comparison your org, like this is the change in this sandbox, or this is the change in this product, something like that. So you can comparison these all things. So let's say, or let me wait for these all things, and you can select winter 20, all the things we already discussed. So just check these all things here first of all, and after that, this is a point and click tool. No worry about any scripting and all the things. But one more thing for you, if you have some like predefined things, let's say like CI job, so that's why, and you have to write your script in this case, like some Jenkins, this tool is there or not. Okay, so these are all another things I will show you in upcoming session if I am here. So that's why. Okay, so here you can see like change item 8, new item 5. So what is new item here? So let me click this tab, and now you can see demo. This is the green means added things. So we already add these things under my source that is called sandbox. That's why you can see like green, but you cannot see under here in target as a blank. You can see blank, right? You can comparison side by side. So this is a new item found. So before that, let me show you under the production. Can you see anything related to my custom object that is like demo? So let me show you if anything is related to the demo. No, because it's not deployed. Why? Because we our process is going on. Let's say this new item found out under this sandbox. So let me select these all things, and again you have to click this button that is called next here. Also one more thing, you can export all metadata first of all. So once you click this one, so it's downloading one .csv file, and you can check each and every things under this file related to the metadata. Okay, also you can filter out your metadata. Let's say I want to find only demo, so you can find out demo _c. if anything is related to underscore C. So let me select this C. So where it is find out this is all underscore C, but let me check this underscore C hyphen demo if anything is related to this one. So you can see each and everything. So this is the question I already read from the chat box. So you can deploy the specific component here. Let's say I want to deploy only this like layout. So you can just select and you can deploy based on your filter, right? So I hope you got the answer. Okay, so here you can see all the metadata I just checked, and you can see like selected item 5. Just click on the next. Okay, once you click the next button, so here you can see like checking deployments, like any problem is happened, like any code mistakes, syntax error, all the things like automation, fixing issues and warning, right? And like code quality improvements, all good. Here you can see my health, like related to my code, right? You can see the health of the code, like all good, something like that. This is the summary, suggestion, fixes, warning, and code quality. You can check each and everything. Like once you click this code quality, so it's automatic generated static code analyzer, that is called PMD tool. So it's automatic find out. So no quality code issues find, because I don't have any quality code right now, because I don't have any Apex class and any unit testing or any test class. Okay, that's why it's showing like no code quality found here. No warning, and suggesting fixing, no, here you cannot see here. Okay, and here you can see next button. So you have to click on the next button, and once you click the next button, so it's loading your deployment packages. So you can download your packages as a XML zip file, and you can check each and everything. So here you can see, please be focused this item. We have 43 items, change 0, because we did not change anything here. So you can see like new item, we have 5 new item, delete is 0, no differences 38. And you can check like green icon means this is newly added under my metadata, right? And no differences, you can see all the things here, right? So just click here, and also you can schedule your deployment process. Like if particular time you want to deploy every like weekday or monthly or after 2 weeks, so you can schedule your deployment. Let's say this schedule deployment, you can see. Okay, and if you want to deploy directly, you can click on this deploy now button, and you can see here one of the that is called validate deployment. You can validate if you have some static code or maybe some test cases or maybe unit testing. So you can validate your deployment first and you can deploy after that. So now let me click this deploy now, and it's asking like once you deployment is start, you cannot cancel it because it's a hardcore rule under the gear set. That's why it's showing me this pop-up. Okay, so just click this deployment, and now you can see some deployment process going on here. So deployment under you can see some caching, metadata, faster analyze, and all the things. So after some time you can see all the success. Here you can see success, this field that is called custom field we already created, so it's automatic deployed. And now all the things you can see deploy success. Finally you can see all the reports like deployment successful. And now you can see this metadata deployment changes 0, and we already add some 5 items that is called plus new means newly item. This is a deleted 0, and this is no differences. And finally you can see all the reports here, like deployment history, all the things. If you have some like deployment metadata item, you can see all the metadata as we already deployed here. This 5 item is a newly, that's why you can see like new. So this is the old things, no differences, right? And I will be get some email from the gear side like your deployment is successfully deployed, and now you can check under the this environment. So how to check that? Just click this my mail, and now you can see this gear icon here, right? And this gear icon sorry, this gear set mail, you will be get this file that is called deployment PDF. So just click this deployment PDF, and now you can see each and every term under this file related to my metadata. So here you can see like deployment successful, and this is the date and time, which date and which time you have happened these things. So that deployment was started from like here you can see like 10:25 p.m. and finished 10:20:26. It's taking only this kind of seconds, fraction second, because we have lots small data, metadata, that's why. So you can see the process of the source to target. You can see this is the process like source to target. That's why you can see this my sandbox, or this is my production, right? And now you can see the summary of the deployment, like changes item, here you can see like newly item, deleted item, and differences, right? And test cases, if you have some test cases, so that's why you will be see these all things if you have some test cases. Okay, now deployment time, so it's taking only 17 seconds, or from start date and end date. You can see here each and everything, and deployment notes here. You can see each and every metadata information under this file. This is the PDF file given by GearSet deployment team. Once you deployed your code, every time you can see these all things. So how to check my production environment, this metadata is deployment or not? Okay, so again you have to do, let me refresh the production environment first of all. This is my production, right? So once you refresh this one, so here under this quick find, you have to search like demo. So now you can see any demo object is coming or not. You can see my demo object. Just click this demo. It is coming from source, that is called sandbox. That's why we already deploy with the help of GearSet, right? Just click this field and relationship. Now you can see my email custom field, that is called email. You can see is the successfully deployment. Or if you feel like this is like accidentally deployed this metadata, like let's say demo or email, so we can roll back. Okay, so this functionality also provided by this GearSet things. And also you can check like deployment history. Just click this deployment history tab and you can check each and every deployment history here. Let's say this is a successfully, and some time, date, clone, view details, you can check each and everything. Okay, these all my earlier job, so just focus only this first of all, this one. Okay, so this is the first tag and this is already added here. So this is the newly created, that is called deployment history. This is the newly. Okay, so how to roll back this one? So you can roll back, just click this one here and you can see under here. Okay, so we have lots of things here. So let me show you these, or how to roll back these all things. Okay, so just click this one, that is called view details, something like that. So you can check under the view detail tab these all metadata and something like that. Okay, so you can roll back based on your need. Okay, like this deployment history and all the things. So here you can see rollback. So just click, if you want to roll back this one, just click deployment history. Okay, so just click this deployment history and here you can see there are so many actions is related to my deployment or rollback. Okay, so just once you select this one, so we have like if you want to add some comments, so you can add, otherwise leave it as it is, right? You can see here that is, this is the down arrow, up arrow, expand or collapse based on your need. Now you can see one option that is called rollback. Okay, so here for now you can see my metadata that is called demo object. Under the demo object you can see email. In the production, I want to roll back this one because accidentally I just deployed these all things. So how to roll these all things? So just you have to select the recently success deployment status or deployment history and click on this rollback. So it's a automatic create your snapshot. Okay, so just click this start rollback comparison, and once you click this preparing and comparison, so it's initialize your starting comparison or all the things again. So let me show you these all things here. Once you click this thing, so it's having like cancel button, all the things, metadata requirement, all the things. So it's automatic create one snapshot of your production environment before deploying all the metadata. That's why it's comparison to these all metadata, and finally you will be get this rollback summaries and all the things regarding my production, because I don't want to deploy these all things under the metadata. That's why I'm rollback this processes here. Okay, so how to do that? Same thing, you can see here some processes going on, or after that you can see these all things, right? So rollback we can do with the help of GearSet as well. Okay, so you can check each and everything under the GearSet with the help of some like point and click tools, like I already told you and I already showing you. Okay, so here you can see like downloading metadata, like batch 79 items found out, retrieval in progress. Okay, so till then you can wait, and here you can see like finally is comparison metadata. Okay, so it's taking some time and it's easy to use, and now finally you can see the retrieving result from your, here you can see this is a red, because we already roll back here. That's why it's removing from the production. That's why you can see it's a red color, right? So under here you can see this is a red color, right? But you cannot see anything under the source because this is the rollback summary. Okay, So here you can see selected item. Okay, so here the deleted item or selected item, right? So just click this deleted item and select all the things, because I need all the things, because I don't want to give these all things related to my custom object and field. So that's why I'm selected all the fields and custom object metadata here, right? And click on the next button right now. So once you click this next button, so again it's checking the deployment process, same thing, or is having some snapshots, and now you can see like warning issues, all the fix here, and click on the next button again. And finally you can see the snapshots and deployment process. Here you can see like successfully deleted. So if you want to give some comments, so you can give like a demo object removed from production. Okay, so if you give some friendly name, so you can give, also you can give this deployment notes as well. Okay, this is the best practice. You can write your comments and all the things under here. And now this time to now it's time to deploy. Now these all things, again you have to click this deploy button and just click this deploy, and now you can see deployment process is going on. And once you click this deployment process is going on, you cannot see like demo object under the production environment. Also you can see one custom field that is called email related to my demo object. You will not be see these all things under my production environment. So again you can see, please be focused, this is a very most important. Now you can see metadata deployment 3, 0 changes. Okay, new 0, and here finally you can see here that is called deleted, means it's a rollback. That's why you can see this green icon minus, okay, 3. So this is the that is called rollback. So how to check this is working for me or not? So under the production environment, again you have to click this object manager, and now it's time to check like demo is available or not. So you cannot see any demo object here, and the demo that is called email field also, because object is not here. That's why you cannot see any field related to the demo object, right? So this is the rollback process under deployment. Okay, so this is related to the our deployment things regarding my gear set, and also comparison my org metadata from one org to another org. You can deploy, you can check like validate packages, validate comparison history. So once you click this comparison history, you can check these all like source name and target org, and you can comparison based on your need. You can do that. Okay, so based on your need you can do that, these all things. So this is all about like deployment using GearSet in Salesforce. So this is all things. So Parveen, please take your lead.
Hi, Rohit. This is Shashi here. And so thank you very much for explaining this amazing concept GearSet. Really, many of us don't know about it. It will be useful for us in the future deployments for project and learning.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and thank you very much again.
Yeah, you're welcome always.
Yeah. And we have a question from Renu. Is it possible to deploy metadata and associated records together, or first we need to deploy the metadata?
Yeah, so this is the two question in a single question, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all you have to deploy your metadata, because if you don't know about the object and field regarding the field and associate with the object, so how to deploy the records? Okay, so first of all you have to deploy your object and its related that is called fields, and finally you can deploy your records.
Yeah.
I hope you got the answer.
Yeah, you got the answer, Renu. And anyone have any questions, please keep it in the chat box. Rohit can explain it.
And one more thing, guys. That's a great session today. Thanks, Rohit, for letting us know about this awesome tool GearSet. So personally speaking, I'm not familiar with this tool. So thanks for sharing your knowledge, and request to all the participants. So if you like the session too,
Sushant, we lost your voice.
today, guys.
Sushant,
Please do a shout out on LinkedIn because it gives a.
So yeah, Susan,
Am I audible now?
yeah, I can hear you. Also, I am sharing my details like some social media handles and all the things. So please subscribe my YouTube channel if you don't know about all the things like deployment process. So you can check each and every tools under the Salesforce like Chainset and migration tool, SFDX, VS Code, GitHub, GitLab, all the things I have on my channel. So you can watch each and every tools under like my playlist under the YouTube channel that is called Salesforce deployment. So you can check out my channel as well. Or I'm sharing all the information regarding my social media handles here.
Yes,
So
and you can connect to Rohit on LinkedIn and Twitter. He's really active over there, and you can ask your question directly to him if you have any questions regarding this. And definitely, guys, don't forget to give a shout out to Rohit.
Yep. Thank you, Susan.
Thanks, Rohit. Yeah, so Shashi and Praveen, do we have more questions in the chat?
I have one question I got like from Sai Manoj. During deployment time, suppose if we done changes in target org, so whether those will deploy automatically? Okay, so during deployment time, so you know very well, if you have something in your hand or in your process, so in the deployment process at that time you cannot do anything because it's a deployment process, you know very well. So it's impact your org at a time. So it's happened something in cause in your org, let's say some deployment fail or maybe something is happening in your org. So don't do anything under the production or target org. I hope you got the answer, Sai Manoj. So Parveen and Sushant, you can take the lead.
Yeah, Shashi, can you share the screen?
yep, in a minute. Are you able to see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, let me copy the code. Chat box here. Yeah, that is the Kahoot pin. Please join with your names.
So just asking out of the curiosity, so Kahoot is faster on laptop or on mobile?
We don't know. It's based on
It will
internet.
depend upon
Okay.
your. Internet. Yeah, it
Yes, yes.
will depend upon your internet. So if you have a
So I request you all, please enter your full name because maybe first name is common for all sometimes.
Yes.
So just a heads up before starting this quiz. So the first winner will get the certification voucher, and as per the new policies, Trails the community is taking time to share the vouchers with the winners directly. So you can expect a delay of 2 to 3 weeks in between that. So most probably in
Sushant.
So Sushant, I
I
can
think
so like yeah.
Sushant, the voice is
So you can Sachi, I think you got my
Yeah,
point. So can you
yeah.
elaborate people about?
Sure. and the first winner will get the voucher in within 2 to 3 weeks, because we have to submit the details for the Trailblazer community. So it might take time, but the winner will get the voucher within the 2 to 3 weeks. And thank you. There are some issues with the Trailblazer community, so we have to submit the details of the winner and everything. So please hope for that voucher. Shall I start the quiz?
Yes, I think 32 people already
32,
joined. Then
yeah.
we can
I
start.
can long the session. Okay then. How many connection we can connect with GearSet? We got 30 answers. Yeah, 7 or 9. Santosh, Sai Krishna, Shalini. Okay, let me go to next. Can we do rollback of metadata in GearSet? $27 are right. Santosh, Sai Krishna, Shalini. Which one of the metadata location is GearSet? We got 30 answers. 18 are the right one. Okay, the Santosh Kumar, Sai Krishna, Kamakshi. Can we schedule the deployment process under GearSet? Yeah, we got the answers. Our session raised the problem. Which is the valid statement in GearSet? Okay. And the third place is Kamakshi. Second place is Sai Krishna. First is Santosh Kumar. And congratulations, Santosh Kumar. Please share your email ID, which is connected with the Webmaster and Trailhead. And please expect a delay of 2 to 3 weeks to get your answer. Thank you. And thank you, Rohit sir.
Yeah, thanks all, and thanks all my New Delhi group and developer groups members like Paveen and Susant and another is I don't know. Third one.
Shashi Kiran.
Yeah, Sasi.
Yeah.
Sasi Kiran. So thank you so much, guys,
Thank
and
you
have
very
a
much.
good
And
weekend.
yeah, sure, sir. You too, sir.